Long ago, in a time before the grand cities and powerful kings we read about in history books, humanity's world was forged from fire and stone. This was an era of raw survival, where the first sparks of knowledge were just beginning to ignite in the minds of our ancestors. Imagine small, tight-knit villages nestled in the vast, untamed wilderness. Here, ancient humans, with eyes full of wonder, gazed upon the earth, not just as a place to walk, but as a chest of hidden treasures. And one day, they stumbled upon something extraordinary, a new kind of stone, one that shone with an inner light, heavier and more resilient than anything they had ever known. They found metal. They would come to call it bronze, a mysterious and beautiful gift that seemed to have fallen from the heavens. It gleamed with a warmth that stone could never match and possessed a strength that far surpassed bone or wood. This singular discovery, this incredible moment of recognition, marked the dawn of a new era. It was the birth of an entirely new craft, a profession that would change the course of human history forever, the art of bronze casting. Picture this scene: our ancestors, gathered around roaring, crackling fires, their faces illuminated by the dancing flames. They weren't just seeking warmth or cooking food. They were embarking on a revolutionary experiment. They were melting stones, coaxing the very earth to give up its secrets with flames hotter than the midday sun. Driven by ingenuity and sheer will, they learned to build primitive furnaces from clay and mud, feeding them with charcoal and fanning the embers with bellowed wind. They watched, mesmerized, as solid rock transformed, yielding to the intense heat and becoming glowing, molten rivers of liquid metal. From these fiery rivers, they didn't just pour formless lumps, they poured life itself. They poured the future into the shape of tools that would help them cultivate the land, weapons that would protect their families, and sacred symbols that would connect them to the spiritual world. Bronze was so much more than just a new material. It was a symbol of power, a repository of newfound wisdom, and a tool to shape their own destiny. Those who could master the secrets of bronze held the key to progress, and progress they did. Small, scattered villages began to grow, evolving into fortified settlements and, eventually, the first great kingdoms of the ancient world. It's no coincidence that the individuals who mastered the complex art of bronze casting, the smiths, the artisans, the innovators, rose to become leaders, advisors, and rulers of their age. To control bronze was to control the means of production, defense, and wealth. It was the ultimate status symbol, the technology that set burgeoning civilizations apart. But let's be clear, this craft was anything but easy. It was a demanding, unforgiving art that required immense patience, a deep well of accumulated knowledge, and an almost spiritual connection with the natural world. These early bronze casters were part scientist, part artist, and part shaman. They had to learn, through countless trials and even more errors, how to identify and choose the right ores from the earth. They had to perfect the delicate, almost magical process of mixing copper and tin in just the right proportions to create the perfect alloy. It was a precarious balancing act. Add too much tin, and the resulting bronze would be brittle, cracking under pressure. Add too little, and it would remain soft and malleable, almost as useless as clay for making a durable axe or a sharp spearhead. The process was a testament to their observational skills and their ability to learn from failure. Every single drop of molten bronze that cooled into a finished object told a story of fire, of earth, and of human persistence. Every tool, every weapon, every piece of jewelry carried within it the very spirit of the elements from which it was born. Over generations, the impact of bronze radiated outwards, shaping the world in profound ways. This remarkable metal was used to create the first effective plows, allowing humans to break open vast new tracts of fertile land for agriculture. This agricultural revolution, in turn, supported larger populations and more complex societies. Bronze forged the first true swords of legendary heroes, the kind of weapons that would be sung about in epics for centuries to come. Entire civilizations, from the Minoans in Crete to the Shang dynasty in China, quite literally rose on the strong, metallic shoulders of bronze. With bronze, history stopped being an oral tradition, whispered around a fire, and began to write its name in permanent, indelible script. So, when we look back, we see that the bronze casting profession was never just a simple craft, it was so much more. It was the bridge that led humanity out of the darkness of the Stone Age and into the brilliant light of recorded history. It was the leap from a life of mere survival to one of building, creating, and dreaming of a grander civilization. And as the flames of their furnaces danced long into the night, casting long shadows across their determined faces, these ancient innovators stood proud. They knew with a certainty that resonated deep in their bones that in their hands calloused from work and stained by soot they held the incredible power to shape the future not just for themselves, but for all the generations that would follow. This, however, is only the beginning of our journey into this fascinating world. The story of bronze is rich and deep. In our next chapter, we will follow these ancient masters even deeper into the sacred, and often secret, art of casting bronze. We will explore the techniques they perfected, the rituals they performed, and the masterpieces they created. Join us as we uncover the world where fire meets metal, and where human dreams, for the first time, truly began to take solid form. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey back in time, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories from our collective past. We'll see you in the next one.